Oh, we are back again. We back. We back. We back. Mm-hmm. We back again. I got some good stuff to talk about. Uh-huh. I was fighting for myself. Mm-mm-mm. And I made myself proud. I did. I definitely did. We gonna let the people come in, okay? I know you probably see a couple of look like little couple of marks on my face and stuff. I know I was fighting. Hey, sometimes that happens. You get a couple of scratches on you. It's okay. You are live to fight another day. And then not only that, it shows you that you got some type of heart. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Shit happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't about to sit here and be like, oh, I'm not about to get on live or I'm not about to do such and such. Hell no. That's just what they want. They want you to stop doing what you're doing. What's happening with it, Jordan? Yeah, you know what I mean? They want you to stop doing what you're doing. But I can't stop doing what I'm doing, right? I want to see, right, besides, well, let the people come in, right? I want to see if anybody noticed anything about me. Anything. Okay? I just want to notice and see if anybody noticed. I said it, okay? So I want to notice, I want to see if anybody noticed anything differently about me today, okay? All right. You can say it on the screen, okay? Say it. I just want to see if anyone noticed anything different about me. Just want to see. They looking, they like, what's different? I can't tell you. You supposed to look at me and then know. We're gonna let the people come in. Someone said, they said I noticed. Then say it. Where my cup at? I gotta get some water so we can begin this beautiful live real quick. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna begin this beautiful live. Do what we do. Talk about some, let's say your nose, let's say your eye and nose. Okay, go in a little bit more detail. Come on, say that shit. Say that shit. And the minute you say it, we get to get more details, and guess what happens? Guess what happens? We get to know more things of what happened, okay? So what else? What else do you see? Come on, let me know the details, bro. I know you're looking. You want me to get closer for you? There you go, you see? You see that? There you go, you see? All right. Now go ahead, say it in the comment section for me real quick. Oh, shit. I'm getting some water, so give me a second, y'all. You see anything different about me, though? You say looks bruised, and there is a scar around your nose. Uh-huh. What else you notice? Hold on. Let me give you some more details. Hold on. You see that? Yeah. Bro said, oh, dang. Uh-huh. What y'all think what happened, baby? Tell me what you think what happened. And then we'll get into the details. Tell me what you think what happened. Okay, I got a scar. I'm gonna show it to you. Right? I got scars underneath. These are scars. I got a scar right here. I got a scar right here. A scar right here. And then I got a scar right here. And then I got a scar right here. And then I got another scar right here. Okay? You were scrapping. You were scrapping. Anybody else want to comment? I'll say this, bro. Right? When I went to the how can I say? They wanted me to see the they wanted me to go to the hospital after the fight and shit, right? I'm gonna tell you what happened in the fight in just a minute. They wanted me to go to the hospital. They was like, yo, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. They like, no, are you okay? I'm like, why is he asking me like that? He like, nah, I'm just trying to make sure you good, bro. I'm like, I'm all right. And then he was like, you sure? He was like, yo, you don't want to go to the paramedics or nothing like that? You don't want to go to the emergency room? I'm like, for what? But I'm not gonna lie. He probably knew something that I was not aware of. And it was kind of like, he was like, you got bruises on the back of your neck. And you got a bruise on your forehead. So he like, We'll make sure your skull intact and shit. I'm like, you know what? Let's just go do it. Cause I don't, bones fracture sometime. You get into a fight, unexpected shit happen, and then you sitting there older and you got a whole bone that's fractured that you should have took care of 35 years ago. So you see what I'm saying? So what I did was I said, yeah, go ahead, put me in the bed thing. Go ahead and put me in the bed, wrap me up like a baby. Yup, right here. Put them straps on me. Yeah, you put them straps. I'm looking at them do this whole shit, and I'm like, I'm really about to go to the hospital because my neck was like fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Like my neck, I ain't gonna lie. I just never been in a fight. Well, I'm gonna say this. I've been in fights, but I never been in a fight where, you know how you tussling with someone, right? You know how you tussle. You know how you tussle when you wrap up with each other, right? Sometimes what happens is based on the force of both people. Sometimes you could be tussling. Y'all can be running into walls, all different type of shit because it's like two beings that have force and they using a force on each other. And you know how that shit can go. Motherfucker run him into the wall. He ran me back into the wall. You know how that shit go. So you got to think in the process of fighting, the body, right, is going through, how can I say, survival, right? Now that is true. But at the same time, the body is also, how can I say, when you fighting each other, it's going to be injuries. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm looking at this shit. We tussling in whatever the case can be. I'm going to start from the beginning. Let me just start from right here, though, okay? All right. So we tussling whatever the case may be, right? I'm going to tell y'all about the whole thing. That way y'all can understand, like, yeah, motherfuckers be really following motherfuckers in the world. This shit brazen. So let's just start from the top, right? Let's just start from the top. Let's just go ahead and start from right there. That way people can actually understand how this whole thing popped off. Now, I'm going to say this. This situation was supposed to happen, okay? It was supposed to happen. The reason why I know it was supposed to happen is because after the fight, myself kind of let me know, like, oh, I just wanted to know if you had the heart to fight for yourself. Like, what? Yeah, I just wanted to know if you had the heart to fight for yourself. Some people have skills to fight, but they don't have the heart. Just because you got the skills, right, and you don't got the heart to back it, you might be a skilled fighter, but you don't got the heart, though. I would prefer to have heart first and then learn my skills secondly. The reason why that is because the mind, right, it don't accept fear no more. So it's willing to walk up to something and then knock it down because it's trying to introduce fear in my life. Do you understand? So for me, how I'm looking at life, I'm like, shit, that's an upgrade. Yeah, because in the simple fact, I just basically confronted something, right, that I didn't want in my life no more. There you go. Now let's get into the spiel. So what happens is this. It's this guy, right? And I'm going to say this. He's like, I'm curious. Tell me more. So look, it's this guy. His name is Sheldon Hamilton, right? When I first moved into this apartment building, he was one of the people that I actually got to meet, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to be honest with you. I see why I kind of stay away from people today. I see why. All right, so let's just finish. So what ended up happening is, you know what I mean, he was one of my neighbors across the hall. Matter of fact, let me show you. That way you know this is a real life story. I ain't lying about shit. I show facts. Here you go. Used to live right here. If you notice, this whole shit is boarded up. The reason why that is because he got evicted, okay? Now, I'm gonna run you through the whole story, right? First came in this building, right? They hand me my apartment keys, all that, whatever kissing me. I got to meet him. His name is Sheldon Hamilton, right? Now, as I'm getting to meet him, getting to know him and shit, you know what I mean? He knock on my door from time to time, say hi to me, we talk for a little bit, smoke a blunt, keep it moving. You know what I mean? Regular shit. So, one day, he told me, he was like, yo, listen, I'm going to put you on to these people, and then they're going to help you get money and type shit like that. Not realizing that the whole time, the people that he was putting me around was actually trying to rob me. Real shit. This is how motherfuckers try to backdoor you. So what ended up happening was, as we talking, communicating, I go over there to his people house. This is around, like, I would say, that was January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I met them probably like early June, right? First came over to their people place or whatever the case may be. They had a nice little cookout. They playing spades, smoking, regular shit in the hood, right? everything was going good. And until after about July, the same people he put me around, I started noticing like certain shit, right? How they were basically like backdooring motherfuckers and all type of shit. But in my mind, I'm looking at like, they ain't gonna do me like that. But I'm like, a motherfucker can be showing you some shit of what they gonna try to do to you. Right. So around July 4th, the same people he introduced me into, right, we got into a whole argument. And I can tell that the argument wasn't really real. They just wanted to lead it into, we're gonna jump you and then take your shit. There you go. That's how I'm like, this argument is not real right here. We arguing about, basically what we was arguing about was, basically what we was arguing about was there was some shit that ended up coming missing up in their house, right? So they came and asked me, like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? You see anything come up missing, whatever the case may be? I'm like, let me ask you a question. When the day that it came up missing? Watch. When the day that it came up missing? He was like, oh, it came up missing a couple of days before you got here. I'm like, so that tells you right then and there, ain't got nothing to do with me. If I was to steal your shit, I had to be here. Then you gonna know. The day that it came up missing, was I around here? He was like, nah. Exactly. So, but I can tell with the energy, they like, this nigga smart. Like, he ain't just going with it like everybody else just go with it. Right. So they try to take the issue into something else, or whatever the case may be. Some issue with some bitch, or whatever the case may be. He like, one of the niggas tell me like, yeah, the bitch don't like when you come around, you kind of make her feel weird. I'm like, stop, nigga. Let me tell you something about me. First off, I don't like dirty ass bitches like that, for one. Do you know why? Nigga, she's from the hood. She has a hood mindset. Do you understand that? For two, the reason why she telling y'all infiltrating shit to y'all minds in order to try to do what y'all want to do, whatever y'all gonna try to do, right? She telling that to y'all to make y'all feel some type of way. I don't like the bitch, and that's the truth, right? Niggas wasn't really trying to hear it. So I'm looking at niggas, I'm like, y'all just want to fight for this bitch, right? Somebody stall off on me, right? Then when they stall off on me, whatever the case may be, we get to scrapping. While we scrapping, everybody jump in because they looking at it like he can actually fight. Wow. These some bitch ass niggas. I'm holding on my own, moving along, right? So then after that, the dude named Sheldon, I'm like, yeah, this nigga set me up. So what ended up happening was myself kind of let me know, like, don't touch him. I'm like, don't touch him. Don't touch him. I got something better. All right. So basically, he ended up getting evicted out the building. That's what myself basically showed me. To get him away from me. There you go. Now, he not supposed to be here. A neighbor of mine's decided to let him inside the building. I'm looking at the neighbor. I'm like, yo, I had to tell the neighbor, I'm like, listen, stop letting him inside the building because you're going to get yourself in some shit that you don't want to be into. All right? All right. So notice that the dude, he's still coming around the building and shit. You know what I mean? I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, hold on. How am I supposed to respond in this shit? Am I supposed to not say anything? Just let a motherfucker just do what they doing? You know what I mean? Because I'm saying this with modern spirits, they always try to monitor you and see what you're doing. And that's what I kind of felt like with him. Because I'm like, yo, I don't fuck with him. So why he in the building? Oh, I'm just staying here with my neighbor and shit. I'm like, nah, you using that as a fucking disguise. Yeah, like, I'm not fucking with it. So what ended up happening was he ended up coming out the door. Right? I already came out my door first. Go downstairs. I check on my mail. So I see him right here. Right? I'm coming back upstairs. I see him right here. So the exchange happened so quick. He said something. I said something back. He went to go swing. When he went to go swing, that's when I swung off on his ass. The thing about the punch was, I ain't gonna lie, when I punched him, he kind of like, you know how you punch somebody? And then the impact kind of like backed him up on the wall. And then that's when he started to grab up with me. We started tussling him to the ground or whatever the case may be. So I'm pushing him in the wall. He pushing me back on the wall. And then after that, whatever the case may be, we get on the ground. Once we get on the ground or whatever the case may be, I'm like, yeah, I got this motherfucker. This motherfucker was trying to choke me. The cuts that you see on my face right here and right here, I got my paperwork. The doctor told me, he was like, them is not punches. I was like, they not? He was like, they definitely not punches. He said, let me show you why I know they not punches. He said, if they were punches, right, to here, and underneath your eye, he said your eye and the skin complexion of you, it would turn red and it would turn purple immediately. He was like, the only thing I see which he said I could tell it's not a punch because the impact of the punch, it go through the layers of the skin. So let's just say he would have punched you in your eye, right? This would have probably turned red, then it would have turned purple. He was like, he looking at the shit, he like, them look like all scratches. He like, it looked like he was trying to scratch you or some shit. I'm like, in the exchange, let me say this. When you fighting in exchange, you're not really thinking about what your opponent's gonna do. You only looking at what the fuck you wanna do, right? And then when I'm looking at my face, I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker really scratched me though. Like, I'm looking at my face, I'm like, I got scratches on my face. I thought he actually punched me. That's what I thought in the beginning. And then I looked at my face and doctor, he like, those are scratches on your face. He was like, yeah. He was like, the doctor had asked me, he was like, was you fighting a female or a dude? I'm like, a dude. He like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just looking at it without asking you, right? He like, I thought a female did you like that. I'm like, nah, bro. You funny. But anyways, let me say this. In that exchange and within that fight, right? Most people would be like, well, how can I say? In that fight, I know what's supposed to happen because I felt like myself was like, I gotta put you in a situation where you fight for yourself. There you go. You do it in other shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do it in other things, but I feel like physically, myself was like, let me see you do this. Let me see what happens. Oh, shit. He's fighting. Oh, shit. Now, this is the thing about it. Once I got done with the fight, right, it's like my kid self just started talking more like, yeah, no, you did right. Yes, I like that. I'm like, oh, shit. You know, I'm going to say certain things like you may be really fighting for yourself. You may be thinking like, I just got into a fight. Man, I ain't trying to be getting shit like that. I'm too old for that shit. But it's like, yo, certain things just arise in life. And is you going to allow it to consume you or is you going to fight against it? And I realized with myself, I was like, so I'm a fighter. Yeah. Oh, well, I'd rather go with that. Fuck it. It's just a couple of wounds on my face. Yeah, give me that cocoa butter again. I'll look pretty again. It's all good. Fuck it. Like, this motherfucker, I just keep it moving. Nice fights from the Matrix. Got their fucking asses whooped. The fuck off. Then he was so dumb. This is how dumb people are. They so dumb. He not realizing, like, Sheldon Hamilton, not realizing, this is how I say, the universe be working for me. Watch this. Neighbor come outside, right? The neighbor look at me, and he like, what the fuck happened to you? I'm like, I just got done fighting, this, that, and third. He ran right back in the house, called the cops. Hey, we got a crazy motherfucker on the line that's over here fighting such and such. Yes, you need to come lock his ass up. Send an ambulance truck. Motherfucking came out there, called the motherfucking cops right there. They locked that boy up. I'm like, I didn't expect all that to happen. Damn. I mean, I can't stop the next person from trying to help me. If that's how they look at it to help me, that's just how they use their reality. I can't get mad at that. But I didn't expect all that to happen. I didn't. They told me, it was like, yeah, sir, we're going to put a restraining order on him. And if he come around you again, he can get locked up for some years. I'm like, okay. I'm just going with it. I'm like, myself must have put this individual here to help me. I can't stop them and tell them like, yeah, stop doing that. They're going to be like, I'm trying to help you. Right. So that's their way of how they look at, helping me. They're looking at it like, call them cops with the guns. He acting crazy. Lock that motherfucker up. Put a restraint on that motherfucker. Crazy ass motherfucker. Like, people just be popping out of nowhere in certain situations. I don't be expecting nobody to help me. Hell no. I'm looking at it like, if you don't survive, then guess what? Guess what happens? You're going to be still stuck in the same part of the board. If you fight today, guess what happens? You get a different outlook in life. You do. Then you realize in life, you're like, okay, so when someone come around me and I don't want them around me, and let's just say professionally, right, you trying to get away from them, right? And they still coming around. They coming to your house and shit. Whoop this shit out. Yeah. Because what it does is that modern type spirit that's in them, that modern type spirit in them did not calculate that. Because it's looking at my character like, okay, I haven't seen him fight nobody. He's not confrontational. maybe he's not gonna do shit. Maybe I can just sit around and just watch. No, that's when you beat the fuck out that shit. It's in your house. Yeah, you better beat the fuck out that motherfucker. Because then the monitoring type spirit, what it's going to do is it realize with monitoring me, it's going to come with some type of price. Right. So what they'll probably do is they like, fuck it. That subject we can't do nothing with because it's actually going to fight for itself. So let's go to somebody else that's not going to fight for itself. Thank you. That's why I said the pieces that's on the pieces that's on the playing board, boy, a lot of them pieces get knocked off the playing board. Let me see what they said. Someone said, watching from Nigeria. Wow, that's what's up. How y'all doing in there? Hopefully y'all doing good in there. I ain't gonna lie, Nigeria, I definitely want to see some of y'all women. Now, hold on. Listen to me. Hear me out. The reason why I say that is because y'all women be coming with some type of, like, natural-based system, like family type. You know what I'm saying? I like that about y'all women over there. Tell them I said what's happening, okay? All right. Anyways, moving along, right? Hey, brother, stay safe and have a great... I don't support holidays, bro. I don't even know what that is. All right. We got to the comments. What else they said to me? They said it looks like bruises and there is a scratch across your nose. Yeah. I'm all right, though. I'm good. I just turned a little red. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. I'm be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some cocoa butter, put it on there. Y'all gonna be like, damn, that shit didn't even look like I got a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to fight. Shit, you can't just be sitting there, let someone come to your house and they just, yeah, I'm watching you and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Like, nah, I gotta whoop your shit. Yeah, I gotta step out of the pretty God mode and step into the God mode and just whoop a motherfucker real quick. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. I want to say this, I'm not like promoting violence, but violence is needed at certain points of times. It is. Let me show you this. The guy that I was fighting, if you looked at him and you looked at me, you would literally be like, yeah, this is literally the past and future fighting each other. Goddamn. Bro looked like he leading himself somewhere. This motherfucker looked like he just fell off the railroad track. So I say the fight had to happen because on the simple fact, even with myself, spiritually, right, I'm getting past certain milestones and certain shit that I just don't want to be connected with no more. And so I realized, like, if you do that spiritually in the physical realm, it's going to pop out. See? Told you. That's why I said, like, when it comes to stuff like that spiritually, when you fighting spiritually, let's just say you winning spiritually, right? Then on the physical end, right, some of your enemies going to want to try to come into battle in the physical realm. If you already knocked them down spiritually, you're going to see the same thing play out in the physical realm. That's it. So with that being said, I tell the Matrix, the little bitch from the Matrix, one of her pieces just got knocked off the fucking board. Yeah, she like to use men a lot, too. That's what she like to use. Weak. Men, y'all had to stop being so usable by this Matrix bitch. The bitch don't have no power. She want the power of your fucking mind, which means that she is powerless. You got it? You guys need to stand up for yourselves. For the ones that stand up for themselves, I'm not talking to you, sir. I'm talking about the one that decides to not stand up for itself. Stand up for yourself, okay? All right, I'm telling you that so you can become better. If you're looking at what I'm telling you as wrong, then fuck you. The reason why I'm cut like that is because on a simple fact, this is what I don't understand. You have a matrix. The matrix is designed to control your fucking mind, which is nothing more than a bitch. That's what bitches do in America today. I ain't complaining about it. I just don't deal with them today. Setups. Now, this is what you got to understand with yourself. If she had power, pay attention. If she had power as the matrix, right? Then what the fuck she need your power for? If you just a fucking pawn, my guy, right? Then why the fuck she need your mind, sir? Why she just can't use her own, sir? What is she revealing to you by using you? Remember, she can't use herself. Brash. So she need the power that's in your mind. Do you know why? You know what she knows about you? She knows that you build shit. She knows that. She gonna lie to you and tell you, you don't make shit. You know, she manipulating you. Why you think she needs your power? Okay then. So with that being said, she is weak. He is stronger than her. He has to understand with himself, you are the powerful one. She wants to control your power. So how the fuck she got power, bro? If she want to control your power, bro. Brazy tech. You got to understand. That's what it is. You got to understand that? So let's just say you got a woman that's in front of you, right? And she trying to control you. She understands you have power. She doesn't. If she had power, she gonna be like, man, fuck you. I got my own power and shit. Do what the fuck I want to do over here. Thank you. So what you got to understand when it comes down to manipulation, even with females and even with dudes, you got to understand when they're trying to manipulate you, trying to deceive you, it's because you are better than them. Do you understand that? All right, so don't fucking make yourself less than because some fucking dumbass motherfuckers that's already getting their asses whooped inside the fucking video game and you're gonna let them whoop you? They're already getting whooped. Understand your fucking worth. I may be cussing a little bit, but I want you to understand this shit. You understand? Y'all be like, y'all men in America, stop fucking over yourselves. Okay? Stop doing that shit. I gotta do this. I gotta fuck over myself as American man because, you know, the bitch, she don't come around. Fuck that bitch. She is powerless without you, sir. Now let's pay attention to the dynamics of the fucking game that you're not paying attention to. Come here. Let me show you this. You got the power. Right. Watch. What is she doing? She trying to come over here near me? Okay, that means that she's following you. Oh. So why the fuck you following her? I ain't look at it from that angle. Open your fucking eyes, son. Fucking brazy around this camp. Shit is brazy. You gotta understand the dynamics of the game and the shit to play in front of you, but you gotta catch it. Once you catch it, then you start understanding, like, you're telling me, she's nothing without you, sir. She's not gonna tell you that. You think she's gonna tell you that? Come here. Look at this girl right here. What's your name, baby? I don't complain about them. I like what they doing. What's your name, girl? My name LaShonda. Mm-hmm. Where you from? East side, west side, or down side? What you want? The east side? Uh-huh. Sit your ass down, Gail. Tell us about that east side shit that you be doing. Now, what's happening with it? What you be doing? I just be working at McDonald's. Shut the fuck up. You don't just be working at motherfucking McDonald's. Where the fuck is the father at in the house? Well, I'm part of the Matrix, so I kicked his ass out, backdoor his ass, because you know why? If I kick his ass out the house, guess what happens? The children become less, and then I get to control them and shit. Right. Ain't that some shit? You know you a good girl, you know that, right? Yeah, you a good girl. She thought I was gonna call her a bad girl, fucking dumbass. You know why you a good girl? I'm gonna show you why. Let me show you your mind right here, come here. Your mind is only designed to fuck over yourself first in order to fuck over your children secondly. So that means that you're a fuck up to yourself first. Do you understand that? All right, the guy that's in here that's fucking this woman, right? You're going to become a casualty just like her, sir. Yeah. Okay. All right, go get something else. I don't be trying to hear all that. You got it? All right. That's the game. I showed you part of the game. Take that game for yourself and you start understanding things, not just with women, but with people in general. I'm trying to tell you, people understand off top. Yeah, he got power. He got it. How the fuck can let me show you. People don't operate in a sense of, okay, he got power, so like, you know what I mean? Let me be his friend and shit like that and, you know, get to know him and shit. And maybe he can like, you know, put me on. People don't operate like that. People operate like fucking savages, okay? This is how they operate. You got the power, let me see if I can deceive it, manipulate it, all that. A fucking Matrix character, a bitch. Ain't that what Miss Matrix does? Okay then. So it don't matter if it's a female or a dude. Once you see them characteristics, all you need to do is just be like a fucking Matrix character, a fucking NPC. Because that's how most of them operate. They operate in a sense of controlment. Let me show you so you can understand. One time, I'm gonna show you this is controlment. And you may not see it the way I see it, but once I break it down, you can understand. Pay attention. One time I walked inside of a store, right? When I walked inside the store, I'm over here getting me some blunts. As I'm getting the blunts or whatever the case may be, right? What ended up happening is a female came inside of the store. She said to me, she was like, because I had on this hat right here, right? I had on this one. She was like, that's a nice hat. No, I actually think I had my horns on, for real. So she was like, that is a nice hat. Pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm doing. The first thing you're going to say is, I'm being rude. No, I'm being unpredictable. The prediction, right, is that you're naturally, what you're going to say is, thank you. Let me show you how things are not genuine. Let me show you. When she supposedly complimented me, right, I want to see if the compliment is genuine, which means it doesn't come with controlment, force, deceivement, none of that, okay? Watch. So she complimented on my hat. I didn't say anything. Pay attention to what she does again. She tells me, hey, I complimented you about your hat. Do you understand that she's elevating her voice? Pay attention to, let me change the dynamic so you can understand. Now, let's just say if she was a female. Let's say she a female, right? She going out in the world, she do what she doing. And I come around and say, your hat is nice, and I'm out in public in front of people, right? The people, they're going to look at it like, oh, he just complimenting her on her hat, right? The minute that she walks by me and she doesn't say shit, and then I step up a little bit and tell her, I was only complimenting you on your hat. Do you know how everybody's going to look at me now? Everyone's going to look at me like, nigga, you look like you're harassing her now, bro. She don't have to say nothing to you, bro. So what women have to understand is the same dynamic. Just because you're harassing me, because you're stepping in and you're elevating your voice, right? If I ignored you the first time, this is what women do, right? If I ignored you the first time, that means that I don't give a fuck about your compliment. Do you know why? Because I want to hear something different. I already looked myself in the mirror and already said that already. So that's why you got to understand in my matrix, when I already tell myself something and if somebody else come around and try to tell me again, I don't listen to that shit. Tell me something different. I already heard that. So with that being said, that's just how I move. And women and some people, they don't understand it. They're like, I just compliment your hat. Tell me something different. Because everything you're telling me is what myself already told me. I hear this every day. Tell me something different. Then people sit there and look at me like, I ain't got nothing different to tell you. Right. Work on something different and maybe you could tell me something different. Have a nice day. So, walked out of the whatever the case may be. The dude that was in there that sold me the little blunts, he was just sitting there smiling the whole time. And it kind of looked like he was giving me the smile like, you getting to know the game. You getting to know. Yeah, you getting to know. You can see through certain shit that certain people can't see through. Some people look at it like, bro, you tripping. That's just a girl complimenting you on your hat. If it was truly a nice compliment and it was genuine, why is she elevating her voice and why is she stepping in? If I would have used the same characteristics, everybody in the world would have said, you're harassing her. Thank you. So with that being said, women have to know how they have to operate with themselves. She is not operating herself. She is operating with her AI self. So that's the reason why I'm ignoring her, sir. You understand? Okay, sir. Someone that operates with themselves, right? She would have simply said, you got a nice hat, whatever the case may be. I just wanted you to know that. Now, right? If I would have walked by and I would have heard nothing else, I maybe would have turned around and said, I can actually take in your compliment because it actually was genuine. You showed a different characteristic than other women show. So I can actually take in your compliment. Thank you. You understand? So it's like, you got to understand in this game, right? It's what you accept. I accept compliments that are naturally genuine. I don't accept compliments from an angle of, I'm trying to reel you in so you can talk to me. All women like that and men get denied in conversation. Do you know why? I'm mature. You understand? So when I come to you and when I have a conversation with you, I'm not trying to front door you or back door you. I'm going to naturally come up to you and tell you, yo, listen, this is a topic I want to talk about right here. You want to talk about this shit? Yeah, I was going through such. You understand? Some people in this world, right, they play yourself like a less than a child. Where they like, I want to be around you and have a conversation with you, but I just don't know how to do it. And those are the people that I don't be around. Do you know why? They're not genuine. They don't know how to be genuine. They don't know how to just come around someone and just be their natural self. And it's easy. All you got to do is come around, yo, I see you all the time. I ain't gonna lie, you be having some nice outfits on and stuff. You just look like you be doing your own shit. Have a nice, genuine conversation. Let this shit just play how the cells want it to play. Now, you have a connection with that one. Do you know why? Because you allow yourself to play within you, right, in order to play within the mind, in order to generate that into reality. That's what you got to understand. And I can understand when you operating as your AI self, and I can understand when you're operating as yourself. Your AI self has never been genuine. AI as a whole is nothing more than a machine. I cannot expect a machine to cry, be genuine, show compassion, none of that shit. Do you see people today? Now you're going to say that I'm crazy, right? I know. They said Noah's Ark was crazy. Let me show you this shit. Now you would simply say to me, bro, why you feel like people not genuine and this is that and the third? Well, it's got everything that I talk about all the time. When I said to you earlier, machines are not genuine. Machines don't naturally cry. And when I say cry, sir, that doesn't mean that it has to be tears of sorrow, sir. It don't. That's where you start losing yourself and not actually understanding, pay attention. We would simply tell men, right? You're not allowed to cry because, you know what I'm saying, you will be a bitch. Setups in your shit. What you have to understand is that the sky and the original sky, right, it maybe not be the same color in your dimension, and it is the different color in my dimension. Okay, and what you got to understand is that the sky is nothing but a darkness. And what you have to understand is that you may say that the rain and all that comes from clouds, but I understand with the dark screen, it can't send information and data just as much as the dark screen that you walk on. You call it the ground, right? I know, but isn't it all dark? Isn't it all dark? Right, and then the real sky that's above you is all dark too. Now, what's so funny about this is this. Everyone know about the Egyptian tablets. Everyone know. It's, you know. It's the world that they want to block. Do you see this one right here? All right, this is Horus, right? This is what you would call Ra. All right, this is the Father right here, okay? This is one of his forms. What you have to understand is that they call him the Sky Father. Why? Because he watches over everything. Now, this is what I got to ask you. How can you tell me not to express my emotional system with my tears, right? When I'm watching my Father do it above me. You're going to say to me, the rain comes from the clouds. I hear you, but it's something that I'm paying attention to that you're not paying attention to. And I understand that if the Father can share tears, then I'm allowed to share tears too. Because on a simple fact, what I start to understand is with your emotional state, it comes with, if you have an emotional state, a state of mind, right? Then that means that you could be in control over your emotions. And if you're in control of your emotions, then you're in control of the power within your emotions. Some people would say, I seen a guy, he was crying, right? Pay attention to shit. Watch. They would simply say, I seen a guy and he was crying and shit, right? All right. What you have to understand that I understand is that his tears, right, come from his body of water. His body of water has information and data within it. His tears, right, he was standing outside in nature. His tears hit the ground. You don't think this has anything to do with reality? Pay attention. Remember, when he was crying, he was saying, I'm sick of this world. I'm tired of this world. I'm tired of being like this. I'm tired of being weak. Then he was crying. Then those tears, just as much as the rain, hit the earth. Then out of nowhere, he changes. And you telling me being emotionless is powerful and not actually having connection and power with your emotions to understand the power in your emotions. Yeah, I don't want to be human. Fuck them. I don't want to be human. Humans are emotionless beings. You can't tell me they're not. Let me show you. Let me show you. Human beings is the one that said, yeah, if you a guy, you should not cry, because they understand you got power when it comes to your emotional state and emotional state of your mind. They understand that. And once you turn that shit off, because then you can't change shit. Pay attention. The tears send information and data to the plants in order to change the plants to how they view, how they modified. So why the fuck I can't do the same? Yeah, this a demonic ass motherfucking world. Now watch this. This some shit. People gonna say disagree with me, and they're gonna say, no, humans are emotional creatures. No, they're not. Come here. Pay attention to the substance in front of you. Holidays are around. Christmas is coming around. Right. When Christmas come around, pay attention to the setup so you can understand. When Christmas come around, right, everyone are giving gifts or presents, right? Right. Now, what you have to understand is this. Is everyone emotionally attached to their self in order to express their emotions towards others? Or are they emotionally attached towards items, setups? Let me show you. And this starts very young. You may not pay attention, but pay attention. There was, let's say, a mother and a father, right? And pay attention. The mother gives the father a gift, right? Now, this is what I realized. As soon as he gives her the gifts, her emotions start to pop out. Let's slow that down real here. You're a mother, yeah. He's a father, yeah. The emotions and excitement that you're giving towards the items, why did you not give it to him when he first woke up? He is the provider for your gifts. Without him, the gifts don't even appear. How could you really think the gift and not actually think the giver of the gift? God damn. Angles. Angles that you may not be looking at that I'm paying attention to. And you got to think about some shit like that. Let's put the shoe on the other foot. You got a woman. Let's say she a good woman. She do anything for you. Right? All right. Then after that, you wake up, sir. Right? And just say she got keys to a new BMW. Pay attention to how he responds, sir. Oh, thank you, baby. Oh, my God. You see that? He just like her. You giving your emotions towards some fucking keys and some scrap metal, sir. No. I'm not hating on your BMW. That is nice. Don't get me wrong. But your emotional statement is fucked. Yeah. You're supposed to give her those emotions. Why are you giving her the emotions after she show you the item? God damn. I know what you're gonna say. I didn't know what the surprise was. Motherfucker. She's the surprise, motherfucker. Without her, ain't no motherfucking surprises coming, sir. So maybe you need to value, right? Not just yourself, but your self-emotional system. Yeah. And then you can value her. You know what I'm saying? And it's vice versa, okay? I seen the other day, Valentine's Day rolled by. I was like, what's happening, bro? He like, what's up? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He like, nah, we about to talk. Oh, shit. Come here. This your girlfriend? Yeah. It's all good. That's what I'm talking about right there. You got a girlfriend. That's what's happening. Your girlfriend love you? Yeah, she love me. Of course she does. She been around for such and such amount of years. Ah, ain't that some shit? I love the way how you talk. Can I ask you a question? Do you have money in your pockets? Yes, I'm not broke. That's what I'm talking about right there. Can I ask you a question? You got your own car? Yes. This was in the past, okay? All right. You got your own car, right? Right. Can I ask you a question? You pay the rent in this motherfucker, don't you? Yeah. How you know? Look, well established in here. All right. You said your girlfriend loves you, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. Show me those Valentine's gifts that you gave her. That you're going to give her. Oh, I got this, and I got this one right here, and I got this. All right, thanks. What is this called? Valentine's Day. Oh, Valentine's Day. All right, so right here, your girlfriend wakes up, right? His girlfriend wakes up and Happy Valentine's Day, like a fucking NPC. Happy Valentine's Day, baby. This, that, and the third. Fucking actors. This shit is fake. Yeah. Anyways, let's get to the scene. Come on, right here. You notice she ain't give you, the only thing she said was the program. You understand? Okay. The first thing she said in her mouth was the program. You know what she doing, right? She making sure you program too. You tucked in that motherfucking program. Yes. Happy Valentine's Day. Didn't register to your mind. Happy Valentine's Day. She's looking at it like, this nigga still in the deceivement that I put him in. This motherfucker don't know yet. No way this is happening to me. Yeah, this is happening to you. Anyways, let's get into this scene right here. So then after that, she like, yeah, you know what I mean? Then after that, he like, I got some gifts for you. Oh, you got some gifts for me? What you got for me? Can I ask you a question? Why didn't she show you those emotions when you woke up? You are the giver and the gifter. Why is she showing emotions right now? Oh, you know, that's what the girls do. Yeah, that's what the fuck robotics do, motherfucker. Anyways, go ahead and give her the gifts and see what's happening right here. Oh, yeah, you got a big problem on your hands, sir. Oh, yeah, you definitely do. Your girlfriend is not emotionally attached to you. She's emotionally attached to the things that you can give her. God damn. Yeah, I'm just showing you the game real quick so you can stop getting mind tricked, okay? In real time. Shit brazy if you ask me, right? She's emotionally attached to the items, and the items come down to your money, which means she's emotionally attached to your money, sir. What the fuck? No, you can fight yourself. Go ahead, I just want to watch. Ow. Go ahead, if you want to fight yourself, go ahead. I'm not going to do that part. No, I'm not going to do that. Nope. So what the fuck should I do? Oh, if she's teachable, maybe you can rewire her. If she's not reteachable, then you're going to have to leave her, sir. Or, sir, you can stay there at door 3. Yeah, door 3 consists of you know the truth, and she's allowed to fuck over you because you know the truth. You got it? All right, don't expect her to fucking reprogram. No, she already lost that. You have to look for a woman that put her emotions with herself first. She expresses her self-emotions with you, sir. Do you understand? Not with fucking items. Fucking robotics. I'm not no fucking robots. And girls tell me, I'm not no fucking robot. Girl, shut your ass up. You lost in conscious, baby. You's a damn child in conscious, girl. Do you understand? You're over here, oh my God. Oh my. That's a fucking item. Oh. It's just like this. One time my brother, bro, he gave me the most braziest reality check. One time, I guess he got sick of me doing this shit to myself. One time, because we used to live in these apartments, right? And I had came up to the door and the door was locked because usually it's always open and the door was locked. And I kind of got upset a little bit, right? And I was knocking on the door like really loud. So bro, he opened the door and he was like, I was like, yeah, bro, y'all got to keep the door open, this and third. Bro literally told me, he was like, bro, it's just a door. I'm like, oh shit, hold on, stop. So I'm getting upset at, you getting upset at Wood, bro? Like, oh, fuck. What the fuck am I doing to myself? You just waking it up, bro. Chill out. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, bro. Can't be emotional about no fucking door, bro. Real shit. That shit made out of fucking wood. That shit not talking back to you? You talking shit to the door like, this dumbass door. That shit not talking shit back. Yeah, you magic tricking the fuck out your mind. You need to stop doing that shit. Stop doing that. So I'm like, yeah, let me stop doing that. Like, no more emotions towards doors. The fuck is wrong with me, bro? Like, but then we do so much shit. That's why I said we do so much shit unconsciously that we don't sit there and think like, yo, I'm really giving my emotions to an emotionless door, bro. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why the fuck am I doing that? At least you able to question that shit and then reprogram. Shit. Some motherfuckers just lost in this motherfucker. They just like, no, I'm supposed to get mad at that. Like, it's emotionless. It's not going to show you any emotions back. And you're showing things, emotions, and they don't have emotions back. You know what you're better off doing? Just talk to yourself in the mirror. I can respect that. Because at least if you show emotions, at least you're showing it to the same reflection that's in the mirror. I respect that. Thank you. Go do that. Look, I used the item. I did. But the item is to reflect the same identity that you are. So it is nothing more than a reflection of yourself. That's it. Now, look how I use the item to reflect back on you. The item that they're using, that shit not reflecting back on you. And at least if you can speak in the mirror to yourself, you can actually understand yourself emotionally. But hold on, let me slow down here. Sometime in this world, people say, what you mean speak to yourself? Let me break this shit down so you can understand. Everyone tried to program us to be the same, to act the same, to have the same belief systems in everything. That way we can all consciously be stuck in the fucking third dimension. Do you understand that part? All right. Do you have certain ones that understand that? You may not know that just yet, okay? They understand that. So you know what they do? They want to elevate their conscious. So you know what they do? They step out of the third dimension. They step out of the shit because they understand that every dimension deals with information and data, right? Which means that these new dimensions going to generate new realities. God damn. See what you're holding back from yourself? See? When you want to stay in the third dimension consciously, understand that you're becoming everything of what someone else wants you to become. You're not becoming yourself. Once you step past the third dimensional world, you start to understand, like, you're telling me that the third dimensional world is nothing but a fucking box, bro. It's a box. It's the boxes of religion. What else does the boxes is? Education. What else? Fucking money. All that is third dimensional physical shit that get boring for me. Don't get me wrong. I like money, bro. I like getting money and shit. But bro, if you telling me right when I wake up, the first thing is money, no. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be a get money crash dummy. I know you like, what? Hold up. I ain't never heard that before. What? How you gonna be a get money crash dummy? If you get money, you doing right. You're not understanding. There was something that I was doing in my past that I was unaware of, okay? I would wake up. This was in the past. When I wake up, money. Nigga, with the money. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your programming? What are you doing? No. No way you just woke up and the first thing is money? So the first thing is not to say to yourself, thank you for giving me life. The first thing is just to gas up your fucking, your vessel with fucking coffee, right? No fucking food, and we go get money. Oh, you gonna crash the fuck out. Oh, you gonna get crashed. Oh, you gonna get crashed right here. You gonna get crashed. Watch. I ain't gonna lie. Myself crashed me the fuck out. But it was, listen, it was something I can't even during the crash, I'm like, this shit gonna go like this, ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm like, fuck. Okay, all right. So you're not gonna fight me? No, because it's gonna make it worse. I'm good. I don't want to do all that. What can I do? Just watch the crash. What you thinking? How you can repair it? No. Let it crash, bro. Damn, you telling me all this money, I don't give a fuck. Stop working. Take the money that you got and go live some fucking life, bro. I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't want to work no more and shit. He was looking at me. He was like, you don't want to work? I was like, yeah, bro, I don't think you're supposed to get a job either. Yeah, I don't think so. The money that we got right now is more than enough. Yeah, I got a lot of money. You want some money? My brother was looking at me. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, you want some money? I was like, huh, take this money. Yeah, just take it, bro. I feel different. I do. I was like, you want some more money? He like, bro, you just gave me some. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to give you some money. he like, listen. He like, listen, just save it for later and shit. I'm like, all right. So then I started realizing myself that it's okay to get money, but money is your bitch. She's a tool. That's what you do. There you go. There you go. It's a tool. You got it? All right. Now, right? Now you got that in your mind. Who generate the money? I do. So who's more important? I am. Okay then. Without you, what don't come? Money. Okay then. So without you, money ain't shit. Without you putting your life behind it. You got it? All right. Now, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with money. Get your money. Don't make your money your God. I'm like, that's what I was doing? Yes. First thing you do is when you get up, some people get up, right? And they do the Allah. That's the God that they serve. Allah. They get on their knees and they do their shit. You get up like a fucking robot. Get up. All right, I'm up. All right, wash my face, get dressed, drink some coffee, out of the door. That's it. Nothing else. Not look at yourself in the mirror and thank yourself for waking up. Not check on your health system, your nervous system, your mental mind state, none of that. Just nothing of self. Yeah, that's why I crashed out. And 2020, 2020, crash. I'm like, damn, I can't even get it. I can't even do shit. It's okay. Because yourself is morphing you into something better. That's what's going on. So, what I want people to realize is that when certain things get pulled away from you, yourself is just changing, you're altering your reality, right? But also altering the mind. That way you can project the new reality of what you want. Let me show you what I mean. I had said that I wanted a family, right? That was going to treat me right. Well, how do you want that, right? Pay attention to this. Let's say you get a new, say, friend, right? But you feel like he's your fucking brother, right? Based on how he treats you, how he treat himself, right? Now, let me ask you a question. What happened if you bring this new friend around that really will protect and guard your life as if it's his, right? And then you bring your old fucking brother over here. Do you know what he's gonna try to do? He's gonna try to deceive your mind in order for you to deceive your fucking friend. Do you know why? Because he understands with your friend, guess what's happening? He's taking his fucking spot, and you don't want his spot be taken. Do you understand that? That's why you can't have your new friends and your old friends with each other, because your old friends are only designed to try to kick away the new shit that you're supposed to receive any fucking way. Is your old friends building up happiness with you? No, they are not. So why keep them around? Why put your trust in the past when you could put your trust in the future? Yeah. So for me, it was kind of already easy for me to let go. Like, it's like sometimes I be doing shit, and then when I get there, I be like, okay, I see why I already did this shit already in my mind. Now physically, just gonna all fall down. Yeah. So it's like, don't get me wrong. You know, this so-called past family, or whatever the case may be, I kind of develop away from them. I'm just starting to understand myself. I'm becoming bigger. I'm outgrowing them. It's like outgrowing a pair of shoes. What happens? They old shoes in the past. You don't wear them no more. That sometimes happen with family. You understand? The sad thing about it, I ain't gonna say it's sad, but it's so brazy because it's like, yo, it's the whole family, bro. I mean, on both sides. Where you'll be like, bro, you telling me through your whole family ain't nobody call you? Nobody, bro. Like, nobody. But hold on. I'm not sad about it or anything like that. I'm just realizing, like, damn, how long this shit been going on and I ain't been paying attention to it? Right. Then when you look at certain shit, you like, damn, that shit not normal. You know what? I'm not going to force myself to call them. I'm not going to do any of that. Because if they want a relationship with me, they can actually just call me. They can actually come to my house, all that shit. They could write you a letter, anything. They can go on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I realize with myself, if something doesn't, how can I say? If something that's not orbiting around you, then it's not really for you. It's not. You know what I mean? It's like you're coming to their orbit. You know what I mean? They're not there to do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you just gotta focus on what's gonna be brand new. You know what I mean? What you want to experience, what you command in your reality. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. Going through this whole thing with them or whatever the case may be, most people, sometimes it defeats certain people because, I don't know, I feel like I have this ability where I can feel how others feel in that situation, but then I can come out of it. Yeah, I'll be like, so, because for some reason it's like, certain things will go happen and I'll feel something. I'm like, so this is how they want me to feel? I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to feel like that. And then the feeling go away. And I'd be like, oh, that's got to be like taking control of your feelings. It got to be in some type of way. I'm going to understand it more, but you know what I mean? I feel like it's an upgrade though. But yeah, like, you know, you don't want to be you don't want to be emotionless because you naturally want to respond to your natural emotions. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna say this too. If someone can make you emotional, that don't mean you got control over your emotions. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let's say someone come up to me and they be like, "You a fucking nigger." How am I supposed to respond, y'all? Pay attention to what's going on. That's a harsh word, isn't it? Right. Now, how am I supposed to respond to that word? Most people gonna be like, you need to whoop that ass. I hear you. That could be done. That definitely could be done. Don't get me wrong. But hold on. If I go whoop his ass, right? Doesn't that not prove that he has some type of power over my mind based on the word? And now can put my body into action of whooping somebody ass? Who really has the power? If I could come up to your mind and manipulate your mind, right? Based on the viewpoint of how you view yourself. 5 minutes ago, you wasn't viewing yourself as a nigger. But the minute I said nigger to you, you're viewing yourself as a nigger and you're acting like a nigger too. Nigger. See that? Now, the best response for that is, well, shit. That's how you look at it as? Like, yeah, shit. What I could say is this, right? If I'm such a nigger, why is he paying attention to me so much? If that's true. See, the dynamic of the game is that he has his attention on you. You don't have your attention on him, but he wanted to get your attention, which means that he's less than you. He's a fucking boy. Let me say something disrespectful and I know I can get your attention like real quick. And they're only doing it to get your attention, bro. Do you understand how weak people are? Weak. So, what you have to understand is that the nigger don't reside in me. The nigger action doesn't reside in me either. Okay? What you gotta understand with this nigger is that he has a nigger mind. And what he's doing is he's just reporting to you that he's a nigger too. Okay? He just want to ask you, are you a nigger too? No, I'm not an ignorant one. No, I'm very intelligent. Okay? All right. That's what you got to understand. Some of y'all don't understand the game where it's like, I could walk up to your tech and just say something and it make you do anything I want. Got you upset, got you fighting and everything. That's not self-control. That's programming. You're going to tell me it's not programming, but pay attention to how I can work your mind. I could walk up to your mind, say a word, and then you go into action to actually act like the character that I called you. You're yelling, you're screaming, you're fighting me. Do you see the power dynamic that I have in your mind based on the words that you believe that you are? Now, if you didn't believe that that's what you are, maybe you would respond like me. Me personally, I'm looking at it like, what is that? What is that supposed to be? What does that even mean? Give me the definition what that means. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm asking for intelligence to understand if this is actually intelligence. Once it comes down to me, oh, well, a nigger is such and such, such and such, such and such, can I ask you a question? Based on the word, right? And the word and the definition of that word that you just displayed, right? Are my actions doing what you just said? They're going to be like, no. Okay. You understand that you can correct someone's mind, right? Just by using their own words. You called me a certain name, but is my actions meeting up with it? Right. So that means that technically they are deceiving their mind in front of us, and they're actually coming out to say the deceivement that's on their mind. Setups. See? The mouth is speaking about what's on the mind. So the mouth is revealing what's on the mind. There you go. Intelligence. Fuck, I need to do the east side thing. Act brazy. Act with no self-control. Let me show you something, sir, that you don't understand. Let me show you something. Want to see something? Let me show you something. You're going to get to laughing at this one. You're going to look at your ancestor different, like, this motherfucker's really intelligent as fuck. Let me show you something real quick, sir. Watch this. Now, this is ignorant, but it's funny at the same time. Now, right? Watch this. You have certain derogatory words or something, right? Let's say the next word is, you a cotton picker. Look how your mind move. Look how your mind move. Pay attention to your mind. See how your mind move? No way you just called me that. I gotta whoop his ass. Come here, let me show you something real quick. Do you understand that cotton is a material, right? You understand that cotton is inside of majority of clothing? Can I ask you a question, sir? Why are you getting upset that they're calling you a cotton picker? Look at this boy. Excuse me, sir. These type of forms, they don't go inside of a mall, sir, and pick up clothing that got cotton in it, sir. They're not cotton pickers either, because it's inside of a fucking mall now. Oh, it's changed different because it's not on a cotton field? Huh? Everyone is not fucking ignorant and actually picking the fucking cotton inside the fucking malls and then paying for it, sir. You see the ignorancy, sir? You didn't see that one, sir, right? You didn't see that one, right? I know. Even though they put it in front of you. They're fucking cotton pickers, too. They just pick cotton inside that fucking mall and they fucking pay for it. And you should see how white people look at me when I say that shit. They be looking at me like, wow, it's like he took our own joke and threw it right back on us. No, it is the ignorancy of your fucking mind. That's what it is. A motherfucker gonna tell me you're a cotton picker. Real quick, let's go over here to Russia real quick. Can I ask you a question? Who the fuck is picking y'all cottons? Russian? Let's go over here to fucking China, bro. Who is picking y'all cotton? Chinese people. Let's go over here to motherfucking Australia. Australia. You got cotton in this bitch? Yes. Who's picking cotton in this bitch? Us as Australians. So what I'm starting to understand is the dynamic of this. Everyone that's in a fucking country, right, and that agrees with their own fucking country, pick their own fucking cotton. And then us, we looking at it as, you don't own your fucking country. Everyone, if you understand what I'm saying to you, you go to China. China gonna tell you, we don't got nobody else picking our cotton but us. That's it. And Chinese people don't look at the cotton picker as something less than. Now, come over here to Australia. Who the fuck picking Australian people? Who's bracking? What's up? What's up? Yeah. With that being said, do y'all look at it like this? No, we don't look at it like that. We just picking cotton that naturally come from another nature, and we take the materials and we use it for like clothing and other stuff. Oh, let's go over here to fucking whatever the fuck. What y'all doing? We picking cotton too? How is it that all these other people don't look at it the way how we look at it? They not looking at it as this is negative. No, what you got to understand within that joke that both parties are ignorant to the joke. Both of them. Because if they actually understand the joke, the both of them are cotton pickers in 2025. Ain't not one white person that pick fucking cotton. Your ass in the fucking mall? Yes. Or, okay, I didn't pick it in the mall, but you picked it on the fucking internet. Okay, you got me. You got me. This guy's fucking really smart. Yeah. White people pick cotton too. So their joke is on them. Oh, that's some good shit. What's in that shit? I got some motherfucking blueberries. I got some motherfucking cherries in that joint. And some mandarin oranges. Yeah, that shit was good right there. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, what's the juice? Oh, it's lemonade. Yeah, that shit good. That shit is real good. But yeah, listen, y'all. Let's see what they said. Someone said, Yo, he said, "Can I ask you a question, bro?" What's happening with it? He said, "That's it, but damn, that's brazy though." I be getting people to say the same word. I be like, "That's brazen." I be like, "Brazen, crazy, brazen, crazy, brazen, crazy." I gotta get my. I got a song like that. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna happen. I can't wait till my man. Can't wait till he get out, bro. Can't wait. It's gonna be beautiful. This is my producer. Y'all gonna be like, "You've been telling us about Z the whole time. He coming home soon. When he come home, y'all gonna be like, damn, he really is a producer." I told you. You know how to produce that music, baby. See, bro, he know how to do the artist and producing. He know how to do that. Me, it's like, I'm like, all right, I got flows. I got flows, what's up? I got flows. He like, bro, listen, you don't know how to punch in and punch out. I don't know how to do none of that shit, bro. I just know how to get on the mic. He like, yeah, I'm gonna have to show you. Cause even when I try to go on YouTube and try to do this shit, I be like, yeah, I'm fucking this shit up, bro. Like, I don't know how to do all that shit. Like, I gotta be taught. Like, the internet and the people on the internet can't teach me that. I gotta be physically taught. Like, okay, you gotta press this button here, bro. And then I'm gonna remember, like, okay, press this button, say this, and then press this button. All right, then do this. Watch. Y'all gonna be like, yo, he was talking about all this shit, and this shit really happened. This motherfucker's really doing music. I already got it already. I'm just like, I just need my producer. That's my producer. I trust him. I don't trust nobody else with my music. Hell no. There's been many people like, come on, just bust me out with a track. No. You might be a fucking robber. Yeah, you might know, because some people are smart. You may know, what's going to play. And then you might take that track and then try to sit on it and then try to leak it to get some fucking money off of it. Right, I know how shit play. Okay? No, I trust him. Because at least if I make some music with him, or let's say I make some tracks that I didn't release, bro not gonna backdoor me. If anything, he gonna be like, yo, I got these tracks on the hard drive right here, right? You ain't never released these shits. I'm like, well, fuck it. Release that shit. Fuck it. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I know this shit gonna happen because one time I'm trying to tell you, bro. I was on the phone with my brother Z, right? I'm talking to him. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, yo, I just got signed. He like, what? I'm like, no, I got signed to Band Labs. No, what's that, Band Labs? No, it's not Band Labs. It's another app where it's like you sign yourself and then you get your own royalties for making your own music and all that shit. I forget what app it is. I said that, but consciously, subconsciously, I was like, I'm gonna say this again. Yeah, I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this again. Certain shit that you may say in a moment, you may need to like mental check yourself and say, I'm gonna say this again. And then when it's said again, you like, bro, I said this shit. Like I told you. I told you. Now for me, right, I know it's possible because, you know what I mean? Like, how can I say? It's kind of like just acceptance of myself. And like I said, you can be anything in this world. You can, whatever your self is, that's what you gonna morph into. That's just what you gonna morph into. You know what I mean? Some people be looking at me like, bro, you sure you prepared for that life? You know how brazy can get up there? I don't give a fuck, bro. Some people be afraid to climb up there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to jump off the cliff, bro. Listen, right? One time me and my bro, we was like, yo, fuck this world, bro. We like, fuck this world. And it's like consciously, we kind of just jumped off the cliff. Like, fuck it, we out. You know what I mean? We looking at the world, we like, damn, we was really stuck in that shit, bro. Like, damn. Shit, we can do what we want to do now. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. You get to do what you want to do, watch. Motherfuckers gonna be sitting here watching on YouTube. I'm still gonna be doing my knowledge now. I'm still gonna be doing this shit, right? People gonna be watching like, yo, he really making music, bro. No, the shit sound, I'm gonna say this. Everyone, when they come to my sound, even my brother say, he be like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. He like, your flow is out of this world. He's like, it's like, you're talking about things out of this world, bro. The average person, this is what they're gonna say. in the beginning of your career, they're gonna be like, we don't know what he talking about, but this shit sound high tech as fuck. Watch. That's just what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, his shit is different. I'm gonna just wait. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna wait. I ain't gonna wait. My bad. I'm gonna rewrite that. I'm gonna finish. Keep on going through the process. There you go. That when it fully come out, people like, you sound like this. Yeah, you didn't expect that, right? I know. I didn't expect it either, but it happened. Yeah. Watch. I've been talking about it for a minute, and it's been happening though. It's just certain things I've been catching that I be doing that I be like, yeah, this shit gonna actually happen. Watch. It's gonna happen. Motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, he really on TV. What the fuck? Now I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show you setups, right? So all the people that I left in 2025, when they see me on pay attention shit, this shit get deep. My nieces and nephews, I don't have no problems with them. They still a new generation that's coming in, okay? I don't got no problems with them. They still babies. I don't got no problems with them. I'm not unreasonable like that. You know what I'm saying? But my sister, you know, my brothers, we not in connection with each other. And when you're not in connection with them, you ain't gonna be really in connection with the children. You know what I'm saying? So imagine this. Imagine one of their kids like, yo, mom and dad, yo, uncle on TV. And they go up to the TV and they looking at the TV like, yo, this motherfucker really on TV. You know what their kids gonna say to them? Their kids gonna say, call him. Call him right now. Call him. And you know what they gonna say? They're gonna be like, they either gonna deceive the children or they gonna tell the children the truth. They either gonna tell the children like, oh, he haven't been calling me, so that's why I don't have his number. That's a fucking lie. I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if those kids was to see me on TV, all my nieces and nephews, they probably gonna start yelling and screaming at their mother and father because they're gonna start looking at it like, y'all trying to keep him away from us. Yeah, that's what y'all doing. Y'all trying to keep him away from us. And I wouldn't be surprised if my nieces and nephews actually say that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they consciously get aware and look at them like, no, y'all trying to keep them away from us. That's what y'all doing. Y'all trying to say that they bad people and shit, and they not bad people. What is wrong with y'all? You know what the kids gonna tell them? Y'all hate y'all fucking selves. That's why y'all hate him. That's what it is. Watch the kids tell them the truth. You know why? Christ always deal with the kids. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Watch. Them kids gonna tell like they gonna question so much. They're gonna be like, so how you ain't got his number? How you don't got his number? How you don't got his address? How you don't got no pictures with him? What the fuck are y'all doing? You know what? The kids might get conscious aware like, y'all trying to forget about him. That's what y'all trying to do. Why is y'all doing that? What did he do to y'all? He ain't did nothing to y'all. So why is y'all doing that? You know what? I told you. I got a niece. I'm going to say this one time. I got a niece, and she got a soul. She a real one. And what I can say is this. It's as if she it's as if she in my presence right now, like swear, right? I know for sure this little girl, this girl will light this whole fucking world up. For me, oh, she will. She done told me shit about my dreams. She told me one time, my niece, I was telling her, I'm like, yo, listen, I'm about to start doing these clothing and stuff, whatever the case be. She like, yes, I like when you do that. You know, I got to see it. And then when she's talking to me, bro, she talking to me, she don't give a fuck. She talking to me like, I'm going to tell you what's real, and I don't care. I see it in your dreams, so what? That's what you do. Then my nephew, he come up to me, he like, yeah, you know what I mean? You always did that, this, that, and third. The way they're talking to me, they're not talking to me from a third dimensional world. They talking to me like, no, we're in your world and we know what you do. Thank you. So this is what I would say. When it comes to my nieces and nephews, I don't harden my heart to them. No, they still babies. And they know who I am. They know. That's why I said, when they look at their mother and father, they're gonna find out the truth. Like, Y'all was trying to forget about them. That's what y'all was doing. How is it that y'all don't have no phone numbers? How is it that y'all don't have no new pictures, no new memories, no meetups, no nothing? This is not normal. Watch. You'll be sitting there like, bro, everything that I said is gonna be there. Watch. I wouldn't be surprised if my nieces and nephews tell me like, yo, we trying to get the fuck up out of here. Like, for real? Come on. My other niece, she about to be 18 soon. I already know. As soon as she turn 18, she gonna grab that phone and be like, what's my uncle number? And then she gonna call me. She gonna be like, what's going on? Like, I still love you and never stop loving you. What's up? Like, well, why you don't call mom? Because she blocked my phone numbers? She don't want to build no new relationship with me? Something is wrong with her. Oh, see? The kids gonna know the truth, bro. I'm gonna make sure I tell them the truth. Watch. Especially all my nephews and shit. Oh yeah, they gonna get to know, like, you telling me no way they doing this, what they doing right here. With that being said, right? You posting this live stream on YouTube to where you can come back to it. It say you posting this live stream on YouTube to where you can come back to it. Of course. How the fuck you know I'm doing it though? You smart. This motherfucker, like, that's what you really doing? Yes. That's why I cut the camera on. You'll see me at the pantry getting free food, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. You know why? Because when I make it there, it's gonna be all these moments. They're gonna be like, nah, he was real. This motherfucker really went through the trenches, bro. This motherfucker wasn't he not no industry plant. This motherfucker really went through the trenches. This motherfucker was in a homeless shelter. This motherfucker went to free pantry spots, got foods and shit, showing you the game, like, and he didn't even give a fuck, bruh. So that's why I say, like, everything that they say that's at the bottom, right? At least I can say, shit, I was there. I experienced that shit. You don't think I experienced that? I got it right here on camera. They're like, wow. Like, and then I need these moments because what happened if I make an album? Well, when I do make an album, right? And I need something real powerful. Yeah, these be some powerful moments. Like when you get your riches, don't get me wrong, that's still powerful shit, but it's like, baby, you got that silver spoon in your mouth already. You got the gold spoon in your mouth with the diamonds on. You know what I'm saying? It's like you need these moments of how can I say, they say survival or you know, going through the muck or whatever the case may be. You're gonna need shit like that. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need to better talk about something that's so brazy that people like, damn, he turned that shit into art. That's why I say when I'm standing inside this apartment, right, I be like, really, this shit a mansion? Yeah, this shit really a mansion, though. It is. You just got to put your mental mind there, and then it's just going to naturally project. Like some people have asked me, where you live at? I live in a mansion. They be like, but you got an apartment building. Yeah, but the mansion got apartments in it. Like, this motherfucker, I want to live my own reality. I don't give a fuck. How is it a lie if I'm working to it and then it generates in my reality? It's only a lie if you didn't generate it. Setups. You think I'm lying if I say I'm in a mansion. You think I'm lying. But what happened if I'm putting in the action and then I generate it in reality? How is it a lie if I was working on it on the whole time? I mean, think about it. Whenever you want something, don't you tell your own mind what you want? Okay, then. So once you tell your own mind what you want, then you got to put it into action. The action going to generate that whole reality right then and there. I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So it's not a lie if you actually can generate it. It's a lie if you can speak something and you back it with no fucking actions. Now that's a lie. Because what you're saying is these events had happened. No, the fuck they didn't. Because it didn't play out in reality. Do you understand? That's a lie. You're talking about something that happened and not actually understanding this. When you're talking about something, you're talking about the actions that you've seen. Pay attention to the setup. Now, once you catch someone in a lie, you understand that in their mind, they're looking at it like, and how I'm looking at it in their mind is they can lie about actions of other people, which means they can lie about their own actions first. Thank you. So they're lying about actions of people. Right. because none of those actions didn't generate. See? So you got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that. You got to understand it. But I can keep on talking for hours, y'all. I got to get up out of here. With that being said, this your ancestor general. Why God son of out? Hold on. He said, because the information knowledge that you are saying is so true and real. Yes. I know, bro. I know. I'm going to show you something one more time. That way you'll know and you'll never say I didn't say it in front of you. Okay? So, you know, majority of the time when you come to me, I always speak about technology majority of the time. I always tell you I have, and others do too, I have a technological mind. So I can speak to you things within a technological mind and then show you certain things. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you this. I don't know everything, though. All right? I'm smart, but I don't know everything, bro. All right? But this is what I would say. I'm going to show you. When you look at this picture right here, right? This is Thoth. This is an Egyptian god. Thoth is the god of technology. Without him, you wouldn't have the understanding of technology, right? But also, Thoth has a father named Ra, right? Now, this is the father, and that's the son, okay? And what you got to understand with both of them is that they both work with each other, right? And in this world, or whatever the case may be, it's not just, how can I say in simple terms? It's not just, how can I say this in simple terms? Certain shit I can't even use in fucking English, bro. It's just like certain shit that's in the third dimension, it's like they using it to block out any other dimensions of consciousness. So it's like, I can be talking about high level things, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of hard to say this shit in words, man. It's like having intelligence, right? You're going to naturally use it, but it's also looking down at the people like, you think they're going to accept this shit? I don't care, right? But I'm just being honest. Being real with you, I would feel like this would be Noah's Ark all over again. I swear to God. The only difference is I'm playing as it. And what I mean by that, as in everything that I do come with a message. Everything that I do gonna lead you into something better. That's what it's gonna do, right? What happens if they don't follow this shit, though? That don't mean I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing, right? Because I'm gonna do what I do. But at the same time, I look at people and I be like, some people is acceptance of it. But then some people like, this shit is too real. Oh, okay. Listen, I got to get up out of here, okay? He said, because the information knowledge that you are seeing is so true and real. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I thank you for saying that, though. Thank you. I thank you for saying that, for real. I need to hear that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at how I responded to that shit. See what I'm saying? I was like, no, that's some good shit that you just said, bro. Real shit. Thank you for that. Who said that? That was Jordan. Shout outs to Jordan and everybody else that came to the stream, okay? All right, with that being said, this is your ancestor, General White God, signing over and out. Y'all have a great one. Hit the exit button.